My concern for Tasmania, obviously there are many concerns. One of them is about work. We desperately need work opportunities for people to participate in society, to have fulfilling work, to have an income. I think one of the concerns is that if people don't have work, there's a sense of abandonment. And I think in Tasmania, perhaps that's part of our background as well, that we get left off the map of Australia. That we have the sense here, perhaps from our convict past, that we're abandoned here, and therefore I think that can end up in a sense of despair and frustration, but also can end up in a sense of entitlement, that somehow or other we expect people to sort of somehow look after us. So these things worry me about our life here, and yet on the other hand, I believe that we can be a very accepting community. And for example, we have refugees in our midst. The initial hostility at Pontville and so forth turned out groups of Tasmanians who were very accommodating, very hospitable, who gave great hospitality to refugees who were amongst us. So we have in Tasmania, I think, a great capacity to offer hospitality to people, and yet so often we seem to get bogged down in a culture of death and despair, and so we want to curtail the life of the unborn, or we want to curtail the life of people who, with euthanasia and laws like that we still have a terrible problem with pokie machines, but neither of the major parties will confront that particular issue. So with all these issues, the danger is that we get lost. And at Christmas we hear that God cares about our well-being. So somehow we have to continue to say no, there's a God of life who wants us to live well. And therefore we're to be a society where we embrace not just God, but God's ways, which are ways of life.